The Narcissistic Truths Number 2. I am empty. I show you what you want to see. There is a vast emptiness inside of me. Whatever was meant to be there is not there, and instead this chasm remains, an expansive void that is dark, deep, and perpetual. I remain ahead of this void because it wants to consume me, and in so doing consign me to oblivion. This relentless black hole wants to devour me, breaking down all that I have achieved, and crushing them into nothingness. A final insult against me, as I disappear without trace. A terrible matter to contemplate that, as this extinction is aimed at me, is the prospect of never having mattered, never having existed, and never having made a mark on the world, to be erased in an instant, obliterated, and deleted. I am fearless in all that I do, save that it is this void, this nothing, which is the architect of just one total fear. It is against this constant fate that I drive forward. You see, hurled into this void is the creature, and it is scrabbling to escape, so that with dreadful suicidal intent it can wrap its sinewy arms around me, its yellowed and sharpened teeth plunging into my neck, its venom paralyzing me as it gurgles and giggles, hauling me backwards off the precipice and into the void, the pair of us plummeting into oblivion. That must not happen. In order to keep it deep, deep down in the void, it is necessary to imprison it and keep its vile and seditious whispers silenced. This means filling the void. Imagine it lurks at its very deepest point. It wishes to keep the void as it is, vast and empty, since by doing so it will then be able to clamber out and grab me, dragging me down back into the void. It needs the void to be just that. It needs emptiness, so that it can reach out of it unhindered. It needs the void to be just that. He needs emptiness, so it can destroy me through its unrelenting absence of anything. I cannot have this emptiness. This void must be filled, and it is filled with fuel. Each piece of fuel places a layer within the void, and behind each layer the creature becomes imprisoned. Oh, it will wail and protest, but as those layers become thicker and more numerous, its wretched catcalls become muffled and then silenced. It cannot break through these layers. It cannot reach out and burst through the constructed layers to sabotage my existence. Each layer differs in depth and strength and duration in accordance with the type of fuel that I am able to gather and place within the void, fashioning my construct. The smile from a stranger is a thin and ephemeral sliver. The admiration from a newly acquired primary source is a dense and durable slab that protects me and makes the construct strong. Piece by piece, layer by layer, each segment of fuel, positive and negative, reinforces the construct, fills the void, and keeps the creature at bay. One cannot rest, for these pieces dissipate and melt away through the effluxion of time. The creature picks at them, claws at them, raking through them. Your treacherous criticism punches massive great holes in them, allowing the mocking howls of the creature to echo upwards to me. See now why we hate criticism so vehemently? Fuel fills the void. Fuel creates the construct. The fastest way to gather this fuel is to show you what you want to see, for then you will pour forth with your love, your delight, your admiration, and your appreciation. Marvelous, edifying, and filling is your fuel. If I show you the very thing that you want to see, namely yourself, you will give me this fuel more readily, with such potency, often and in huge quantities. I have not got the time to build something of substance for you to fall in love with, to admire and desire. I must create it with due expedience, and what better way than to use that which already exists, namely you. Thus, I show you yourself through my mirror, and you fall for that image, believing it to be me, believing it to be my essence and substance. You do not realize that you are actually seeking yourself, and indeed, you do not see yourself when I mirror you back at yourself. You are conned by my fakery into thinking that it is my substance that you see, and it dazzles and enchants you. I care not. So long as you are providing me with that fuel, I will hold up that mirror to you and let you fall in love with yourself. It is an artifice, a fabrication, and fakery, but it is absolutely necessary. I give you what you want. It is not real, but it seems so real to you, and thus your responses are real. The delicious fuel flows, and I want you to pour it into me, filling me up, creating a barrier of salvation between me and the creature, as you are the chief architect in the plans to frustrate and defeat his attempt to dethrone me. This is why, when you are installed as primary source and your wonderful fuel flows, you truly are everything that matters to us. You are our salvation, and if holding a mirror up to achieve this salvation is what must be done, then it will be done.